We love hip
The
hop.
cover of this episode or this live is talking about the Toronto Rats. Okay. Let me see if what was my last poll? I didn't even check the polls here. Is Toronto number one in music? 56% says yes, 44% says no. Okay. Salute. Tough crowd. One thing we are number one for is rats. And fortunately, we're not. Well, I don't know what's fortunate about this part because we're not talking about the rat kind, like niggas out here ratting. So if we were number one for that, that would be horrible. Even though I'm sure there's a lot of rats in the streets in here, in the streets, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas telling on their friends. But we're number one for a different kind of rats. Okay. Trigger warning: viewer discretion is advised if you're squeamish, like I am. Rats run rampant. One of worst cities in Canada for rodents is Mississauga. Reports show.
Coming to Canada, the people here, the
Oh. So they're talking about Mississauga in this, but as far as the top cities itself, Toronto is number one. Let me see if I can make this bigger on the screen here. Okay, so let's see if we could find Toronto. Toronto's number one. All right, we did it. We made it. We're number one. Let me get this ad off the screen. Number one. Number one. For most rat-a-tats in the city. Number two in the country. My bad. All right, we're number one in the country. Another air horn for that right there. Right, big rats the size of cats. You go downtown. You don't even have to go downtown. Listen. I've been going to the studio sometimes, and I don't want to dox myself or anything like that, but there's a lot of garbage cans sometimes around especially before garbage day, and I've seen rats like I'm talking this size run under my car, woof, and then run the other way. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, how do you even get under my car? You might scratch your back running under my car. The rats are so damn big, like disgusting shit. Let's see if I can find some stuff on CP or on the internet's over here, because I was looking for something yesterday as far as like a video on this. Toronto number one in rats. Hold on. There's other videos from years before, because this is not new. Unfortunately, we've been number one in having rats in our in our city for the whole country for a while now. So when I'm looking at these other things, it's like a month ago, a year ago. There's nothing that's like really, really recent. All right, like look at this.
Two of Ontario's largest cities are stepping up their effort to combat growing rat populations. Here in Toronto, the council will vote later this month to ask the city to come up with an action plan to reduce
God damn, I hate those things, bro.
The number of rodents which become more visible due to construction and climate change. In Ottawa, the city is looking into a form of rat birth control, which is not yet legal in Canada. The local council has
rat birth control. So there's some type of thing that they're going to give them so that like they don't have no youths. Well, we got Roe v. Wade for the rats going on over here.
Asked Health Canada
they reverse Roe v. Wade on the rats
to expedite the review of that product.
Yo, that thing had muscles. Hold on. Look at that. Look at its form. That thing has shoulders on it. Oh my Lord. This right there where those are running around. Oh my God. Oh, this story's making me sick. This where they're running around. This is like right near the second courtyard or one of the courtyards that they have over here in downtown Toronto. Okay. One, City Hall courtyard, you'll see them running around there too. All right. And there's mad tourists walking around these areas. Dundas Square, you'll also see rats running around. Heavy, heavy tourist attraction. But where that is, that's University, University and close to Dundas. When I used to walk past that courtyard over there, I used to see bare rats just running around, like running past the garbage cans, like an infestation. Oh my God, it's making my skin crawl. My God. Just, and I understand like what they're saying. The reasons is heavy construction as well as climate change. But this is not something that's happened since they've been adding the extra construction. Like, I don't know if people know that Toronto is one of the cities that has one of the most amount of cranes in the world that are located in our city right now doing construction. Okay. We're in a heavy building process, and we've been doing that for the last 10 years. So for somebody who's lived in Toronto way longer than that, I've seen big rats, size of cats. In China, see, Down to Earth said Chinatown. There was a time, holy, Jesus Christ, mice, Toronto, Chinatown. The mouse was dancing in the window. It was crazy. Oh my God, my skin. This is one of my shorts. I posted this. Oh my God, I can't even look at it.
This is what rats do when they get flushed out of their burrows from the heart.
This is a lot for me, bro. I almost feel like I think I low-key have a phobia. Look at this. Dancing.
Look at this! Oh my
Dancing,
God.
dancing.
A popular downtown sweet shop is hitting a sour note with its customers.
Oh. This is how long ago was this? 7 years ago. July 2017. This video is from before this.
Tonight, after mice were seen nibbling on some of the desserts. Good evening. The Queen West Bakery was closed for the night when mice scurried into plain view.
Tonight, public health officials have been notified, and the owner is speaking out. CTV's Miranda Anthistle joins us live near Queen and John. Miranda?
Pauline, the owner says customers were never in any danger of eating the baklava the mice had touched, but admits there is an issue with the rodent, and it extends far beyond her store.
Oh.
Look at this! Oh my God!
A shop classified
Tabarnak.
There's the racks there that they come under through. And unfortunately, or fortunately anyway, this is a shared space, and it's not that we can't block it.
Management tells me they have pest control come in once a month or whenever there's an issue. But after hearing about the mice in this storefront window last night, the manager says he'll be issuing a notice to tenants to not leave food like this out in the open.
Even if I didn't have food there.
Oh my God, our city is so trash. Down to Earth Network, big salute to Down to Earth Network. He says we have more than rat problems. Bed bugs is big. Big facts. Big facts. Bed bugs are a problem in Toronto. It is nasty. Chinese restaurant. This is from 12 years ago. Mouse dropped dead, roaches found in Chinese restaurant. Oh my God. Mice found crawling into food in Wendy's. Bro, this I don't even know which one to choose from. And these are from years ago. This is not a now problem.
Mouse droppings and some dead roaches at this spot just off Cathedral Square in Milwaukee.
Oh, this is the Urus. The Urus. Hold on. Let me change the search here. Oh, man. One time I was in a Golden Grill, and you know what? I'll call them out. The Golden Grill on College before Young Street, between College and Church. All right. I was at that Golden Grill restaurant, and I seen a dead mouse sitting on just laying on the floor. This nasty, nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? And I left. I'm not eating there. You crazy? Oh, Toronto. And these guys are talking about some kind of birth control. I need to look into that. I'm going to play this quick, fast, and I'm going to take a quick.
Back here at home, some Toronto residents are sounding the alarm, saying the city has a rat problem.
Factor when it comes to rats, they can only
deal with the rise in the rodent population. CTV's Beth McDonnell has more details. Beth.
Nathan, there's certainly an ick factor when it comes to rats. They can also carry disease and cause damage to infrastructure and wiring. And now 2 Toronto councillors want to deal with the rats.
So all in favor, all opposed, that carries.
And with that, the city is embarking on the beginnings of a possible rats reduction strategy. Some councillors saying the shakes from construction disturbing rodents has led to a problem.
We don't have a system right now in Toronto to respond to the presence of rats on public properties. And the pickup of dead rats isn't permitted by Toronto Animal Services. That's putting people in a really difficult position.
What? Yo. I swear we have idiots running this city and running our country. The things that they're like, no, we don't want to do that. That's not permitted. I'm like, you guys got to pick better battles.
And whether you're a resident or a small business, there's problems of poor building maintenance, and then the damage to infrastructure they can cause includes breaking down clay pipes, electrical systems, vehicle engines, and massive breeding can contribute to sinkholes.
Councillors Alejandra Bravo and Amber Morley moving a motion to look at coming up.
Massive breeding can contribute to sinkholes. I'm going to show you all something quick, fast that I just found here. This is insane. Oh my God. And I can't even say, oh, I want to move out of Toronto. What, move to New York with the mutant rats, with Master Splinter and all them. So I was looking up rat birth control. It says Pest is the first EPA registered contraceptive for both male and female rats, developed by rat fertility control scientists to create healthy environments by virtually eliminating rat pest population, designed to restrict fertility in both sexes. So I guess there's some kind of birth control that they're looking. And then for Canada, it says it is currently not authorized for use in Canada. It targets the reproduction functions of the rats to keep them from breeding, as rats want to do. What is there? As rats are wont to do? What the hell kind of sentence ending is that? Anyhow, one study found a significant decrease in litters among rats in Hawaii that was administered the contraceptive. So they've used this in Hawaii. I don't know what we're waiting for over here. What's it called? Contrapest? We need some contrapest over here, fam. Trudeau, Dougie, Ford. We need some contrapest over here, fam. You know what I mean? Make the rats have erectile dysfunction. Make them infertile. Whatever they need to do, we got to fix this shit.
With a strategy in 2025 and follow the lead of several other major North American cities. Orkin Canada says when there is construction, calls for help to the pest company increase. Prevention, like using traps, is one consideration, but it says any strategy must go beyond construction.
What's happening with homeless camps or protest camps? What's happening with residents that leave garbage bags out for 2-3 days prior to pickup? What about businesses that have overflowing garbage dumpsters? What about, sanitation around the city? There's lots of things.
Of course, this guy from Orkin wants to get his shine.
Ottawa and Peel Region are putting in programs, and Toronto should have one too.
Yo, we're doomed. I realized that there was a rat problem when I was still living in Parkdale. Straight up. When I was still living in Parkdale, I was there during the time of the heavy gentrification. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a nice little thumbie for us here. Gross. Yeah, it was under heavy gentrification at the time. And I used to see where I would pull up in the parking lot in the buildings where I used to live. It was a roundabout. And for the people who don't, I'm not doxing myself. I don't live there anymore. Okay. In the roundabout of where I used to go, when I'm pulling up from this side, and I'll just make my screen a little bit bigger. When I'm pulling up from this side, there was like a garden right there, but an empty garden, a barren garden. And there was like a sinkhole that was created, or a little rat hole basically, by the rats. And when I used to pull up at night and have my headlights flashing on that little sinkhole there, I used to just see them like one after the other, running in, running out. Oh, it's nasty work. And then once the buildings that were being built behind there and the townhouses that were being built behind my building were completed and they started opening it up for tenants, all of the rats, like I used to be driving over to when they used to have a Burger King at the corner of King and Dufferin. If you know, you know. They used to have a Burger King right there at the corner of King and Dufferin. Bare rats running underneath the cars. Just going crazy. Nasty shit. And this was back in the mid 2000s. This is like 2007, 2006, 2008. Bare rats all over Parkdale. So for them to be acting like, oh my God, Toronto has a rat problem now, and it's due to, the construction and global warming and blah, 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 blah. Shut up, man. You guys we've been had a rat problem. Just nobody wanted to address it for decades. Not years, decades. Down to Earth said, don't forget about the roaches. Facts. That too. Downtown. Big ass buildings. You know what I'm saying? Expensive rent. You can get roaches for $2,200 a month, $2,500 a month even. Friday showed a video of Pizza Rat in New York. Pizza Rat in New York. What is that? And then I need to get off of this topic because it's friggin' making my skin crawl. Like, ugh. Pizza Rats in New York. Oh my God. The SEO strong. Blood clot. Okay, we got to get off of this topic. Do better, Toronto. Do better. We don't want to be walking our kids in the downtown Toronto area tripping over rats. And like I said, Scarborough, everywhere. They're everywhere. It's nasty. I'm going to run something real quick.
We love hip hop.